So my name is Omar Rampersad. It's 7 p.m. So I just did a video on Twitter, and the time is a few minutes out. So I just came in and I'm in tachycardia because my entire body is tagged. So here is the tagging. The head is the chest. The back, the obliques, the legs, and here is the tachycardia level. So my oxygen level is normal, but it's fluctuating. It's 96, then it goes down to 95, then it goes up to 97. So as I came into the lobby, I went to check my mail, and I am being monitored and I'm being stalked basically in the building. I checked my mail, so it took about a couple minutes to go through the mail, which is a lot of junk in there. And I cleaned it out, locked my box, and waited for the elevator, got on the elevator, and I turned around. As I got on the elevator and I turned around to face the entrance, looking out to the lobby, guess who I saw? Gill Furtado and his son. The same son that shows up around me very, 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 very frequently. So this is on the camera in the lobby. So there are cameras all over in the compound. So that would have been about 6:55 p.m., March 13, 2021. I suspect that this man is stalking me on behalf of the Toronto police, and he is subcontracting or has a contract on me to monitor me, but he's stalking me and harassing me outside the window. And not only him, his entire family, all the members of his family is doing the same thing. And I just got a pulse in the eye, and that was it. The directed energy weapons are being used, as is demonstrated here. That was a pulse in the eye. $36.2. $36.2. $36.2. It was $36.3. It dropped to $36.2. So another woman who followed me in, I just came in, locked the door. As soon as that happened, a Muslim woman followed me in. This is timing me in. So this man, Gill Furtado, I took to court for human rights abuses. The case was dismissed because I was tweeting about it. The reason I was tweeting about it is because my life is in danger. Because I'm being passed around on this contract to men who are stalking me, quote unquote, monitoring me, but really gang stalking me and alerting me as well, red alert, and turning up the power, as I just demonstrated. Now his son, I think, has something going on with him mentally. And he's very dangerous because you don't know, I don't know how he's going to react when he's around me to anything. Somebody else says something, you react. Or just seeing me, you react. I don't know what that reaction is going to be. So dangerous, very dangerous. And while they're reporting based on the harassment outside the window, the comments outside the window that Gill Furtado makes, they're reporting that that he's afraid of me. He follows me around. He shows up around me. He and members of his family shows up around me. And I'm scared of this man, which is why I'm tweeting. Because what happens is he's outside the window and he listens to everything I do and to what I say. If I'm in the kitchen, if I'm on the phone, and he makes comments about it. This is how I know that he's listening. If I'm on the phone and having a discussion with somebody, he may report that I'm angry, I'm anxious, and call the cops on me, because this is part of the experiment that's being carried out by the Chinese community to cover trafficking. Now, we all know COVID-19 and the affiliation with China. Well, this is one of the many, many experiments being carried out that is affiliated with the Chinese community. The Chinese community complain about racial slurs and racism while this is going on, while they're carrying out experiments like this. So this is not right. You can't have it both ways. You can't violate people and not have people react. It's very simple, right? But this man, Gill Furtado, I am petrified of him, because I hear him tell people in the loading dock, he talks about me in very hateful way, a misogynistic way. His attitude towards women is misogynistic. He spreads hate. While talking about me, he's spreading hate of women generally. This is part of the reason I'm being so criminally harassed anywhere I go, is because the information is being sent out to the community from the building. Gill Furtado being one of the people who's doing it. So he was following me, pulled the camera. I did not take any pictures, because the cops are coming down hard on me when I try to prove that I'm being gang stalked. When I call the cops, I get charged, I get pulled in for mental evaluations that shows nothing, based on lies. This is why I'm doing this. And I'm calling this man's name because I took him to court and I had enough evidence to present to the court for the court to accept the case. The reason it was dismissed was because I was tweeting supposedly about it, but the tweet was actually done after the case was finished. Now, he constantly talks about having a peace order against me that he never served. He talks about signing statements about me, saying he suspected I was prostitute. He openly talks about it outside the window, but was not disclosed in court. Now, this is things that should be disclosed because it affects the outcome of the case. If it was disclosed, then the case would have had a different outcome. There would be no prior discussions before trial. It would go to trial. So Gill Furtado seems to be a very, very important person in what is going on in the targeting program against me in this building. And so the building superintendent before as well was also involved in this. So it's been 2 years and I asked for the case to be reinstated because these people are retaliating. They're scaring me. I'm having a lot of heart problems, as you just saw, tachycardia. I am being hit with directed energy weapons that I suspect the Chinese traffickers are using not only on me, but on other people that they are trafficking in the building, out the building, in the world. This is a global trafficking ring because Badr Nizar, I was a no frills, which and it's a very ethnically diversified area. So the brown-skinned people, who I'm assuming is Muslim, backing up Badr Nizar, would say things like, "We shared her. She's my wife. Badr Nizar, her last name is Nizar. Badr Nizar espoused her. He's going to cut out her clitoris. We're going to cut it out. She cheats. She's his wife. She belongs to the Muslims." These are all comments that are being made loudly around me by, I'm assuming, Muslims. So I suspect what is going on is Gill Furtado is the same as Badr Nizar, only Gill Furtado is playing for the Portuguese team because the trafficking ring is racially based. So once you're a target and you're turned out by the government, because the cops are involved, the cops is the government, you're turned out. So a target in a Black operation is used for anything by anybody, all covered. If you look at the MK Ultra experiment, and a lot of the documents were destroyed, but the ones that were published, the people who are involved in Black operations like MK Ultra are given the authority to do anything, like it's just open season on the target. The laws do not apply to the target. So they can do anything to the target: drug, rape, kill, stalk, torture, anything to the target and get away with it. And this is exactly what's being done, not only with me. There are other targets on that list, and people are being put on the list by lies told by traffickers who want to take advantage of the people on the list. So more names on the list, the more people they can take advantage of, and the more they can cannibalize and make money off. So I'm going to take so I'm sure this is the oxygen level here. So I'm going to take my blood pressure. Oh, well, I have long sleeves, so I'm not going to get an accurate reading. But let me take my EKG. And see what it comes up with. Yeah, still tachycardia. The heart rate is lower. I'll do it for a minute. Get a few more seconds to go. Just got a palpitation. And I'm still in tachycardia. Okay, so the hands, maximum power, RF and EF, which is the reason I'm in tachycardia, especially the RF number. The RF number is quite high on my chest. Let's do the other hand before. I do the chest. See how high that EF is, this number here. I am getting palpitations. And so I'll upload that EKG. Yeah, see how high that number is? Maximum power, red alert. The RF number especially. The high RF number always goes with palpitations or tachycardia. So who red alerted me? Well, that I could see, two people followed me in. The Muslim woman and Gill Furtado and his son, who I know is after me because obviously he's retaliating. Because he shouts outside the window that, I'm not supposed to complain. I'm not supposed to complain. I'm a target. You're a target, bitch. Well, there's only one target who took him to court, and that's me. So I know he's talking about me. You're a target, bitch. Effing whore. And he's stalking me. So I am getting palpitations. So when I left, I will post the EKG when I left, because I did a few before I went out. So I'm going to post the ones when I came in. So I was on tachycardia the whole trip, pretty much. It got worse on the way in. Still in tachycardia. So okay, so it's going on 20 minutes. So I'm just going to end it there, and I'm going to shield and ground. I have to find a way to ground myself. Magnets help, but magnets is not the only way to shield yourself. There are other there are other ways. I have to find a way to ground myself on the go. There are shoes that grounds, so maybe you'll get a pair, but they're very expensive.